So the scenario that we have is a student in the class is very religious and is required by their religion to wear a hijab. Another student in the class is disrespecting the student for wearing this clothing item and even calls them hateful things in class. The child does not recognize that what they are doing or saying is bad because when they watch things on the news, people who wear this article of clothing are often people who are attacking other countries. The student is also defiant about what the teacher says to him and thinks that he is doing nothing wrong. This might be a difficult situation to handle because it's such a controversial subject. Just because a student sees on the news that people in different countries wear certain articles of clothing or attacking another country does not mean that everyone is like that. And no one should be attacked for wearing clothing of their religion, not just hijabs. It is also a difficult situation to handle because it is hard to bring this up to the parents of both children. It creates an awkwardness, especially if the parents of the child who is making the rude remarks agree with their child. It is important to address this situation right away because it should not go on any further, because no student should feel unsafe at school and no student should make another student feel unwanted.
Within this scenario, I had the question, what implications do you see? My answer is that people need to be more respectful of other people's differences and beliefs, and we live in a society where those differences are often not recognized as something that is good. We should never assume that just because somebody wears something or believes something similar to others who have done harmful things, that they themselves also do those harmful things. We should always give people the benefit of the doubt, especially when it comes to children. We should never do anything or allow anything to happen in our classrooms or in environments around children that makes them feel uncomfortable or unwelcomed.
Okay, so for my section, I'm going to be talking about how a situation like this would affect a teacher's lesson plan. So I think we've all been in either a classroom setting or another setting where there's one child that is being really disruptive or somebody that's being really disruptive, and it really affects everybody negatively. You know, it takes away attention from the teacher, whoever's trying to speak or pass on information, and it really pulls attention to that student. It also really just affects the way a teacher is trying to teach. You know, teachers obviously can't individualize to every single student as much as they would like to sometimes. It can be, you know, we still got to teach an entire classroom full of students. So when one student really is forcing all of the attention away from the teacher, it can be really hard for a teacher to get all of the information that they're trying to teach their students, you know, to teach their students to be a teacher. And it really only takes one person to distract every single other student.
What are the possible ramifications if the situation is not addressed in some way? So some of the ramifications would be that obviously the teasing would continue to the child who is receiving the teasing. But it's also going to affect the children who are doing the teasing. And they need to know that it's not okay and it's not something that can wait. They need to know right away because religion is a serious thing. And if somebody is proud of their religion and they're wearing some symbol to represent that, then they should, you know, be able to do that as it is their right. They shouldn't be mocked for it, though, because that's not okay, and we should be accepting of everyone despite their religion or their race or their culture, and it's okay to, you know, be different and stand out and be proud of, you know, who you are. And another thing would be that obviously it's not just, you know, the parties that are doing this, having this interaction, but those around them as well, because they're also witnessing this interaction. And if they think that that's okay, and these kids are getting away with it, then they're going to continue to do that throughout their lives as they grow up. And we don't want to teach that to young children that are impressionable. We want to stop that and instill the good in them so that they can grow up and, you know, not be bullies to other people, because nobody likes to be bullied, obviously. I think that the biggest thing here would be the mental health, because the child that is being teased is going to be the one that really has the long-lasting effects of what they went through. And obviously in this day and age, mental health is a huge issue and it's become a lot more recognized, so we really need to take that into consideration.
her name?